Your AI isn't thinking. It's just answering one question. Most people assume when they use something like ChatGPT, it's doing something deep and complex behind the scenes. But it's not. It fires off one response and stops. LangChain is what actually lets AI think in steps. Plan, act, check, adjust, repeat. That's a completely different game. LangChain is basically a framework that lets developers chain together multiple AI calls and tool uses into a single, coordinated workflow. Think of it less like a chatbot and more like an AI project manager that knows how to delegate tasks to the right tools at the right time. Here's a simple example to make this click. Say you ask an AI to research a topic, summarize findings, write a report, and email it to someone. A normal LLM call can't do all that. LangChain breaks it into sequential steps, passes outputs from one step as inputs to the next, and keeps the whole thing moving without you babysitting every part of it. The core building block is something called a chain, and yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're literally chaining prompts, tools, memory, and logic together in a sequence that runs automatically. A simple chain might just be two prompts linked together. A complex one could involve 15 steps, external APIs, and conditional logic. But here's where it gets wild. LangChain doesn't just run steps in a straight line. It can actually decide which step to run next based on the output it gets. That's called an agent, and it's one of the most powerful things LangChain introduces, because now your AI workflow has something that resembles actual decision-making. Agents in LangChain work by giving the model a set of tools, like a search engine, a calculator, a database, a code executor, and then letting the model figure out which tool to use and when. It's like handing someone a Swiss Army knife and saying, go solve this problem. The model picks the blade. You don't have to hardcode every scenario. The underlying mechanism for agents uses something called react, short for reason and act. The model thinks out loud about what it needs to do, picks a tool, runs it, sees the result, and then decides what to do next based on that result. This loop keeps going until the task is complete. It's not magic. It's structured iteration. Let's talk memory, because this is where most people get confused about LangChain. By default, LLMs have no memory. Every call is stateless, meaning they forget everything the moment the conversation ends. LangChain adds memory layers that can store conversation history, retrieve documents, or prior outputs, so the model stays contextually aware across multiple steps. There are actually several types of memory in LangChain, and picking the wrong one can kill your app's performance. Buffer memory just keeps the raw conversation. Summary memory compresses it. Entity memory tracks specific people, places, or things mentioned. Choosing the right one depends entirely on what your app actually needs to remember and for how long. But here's a question most tutorials skip entirely. What happens when your data doesn't fit in the context window? This is a real production problem. LangChain handles it using something called a vector store, which chunks your documents, embeds them as numbers, and lets the model search for only the most relevant pieces before answering. That's the foundation of RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. RAG is honestly one of the most important patterns in modern AI development, and LangChain makes it surprisingly approachable. Instead of fine-tuning an expensive model on your custom data, you just point LangChain at your documents, let it index them, and then query that index at runtime. The model stays general purpose, but answers like it read your specific files. Here's a real number that puts this in perspective. Fine-tuning a model on custom data can cost thousands of dollars and take days of compute time. Setting up a basic RAG pipeline in LangChain, developers have done it in under 2 hours with open-source tools and a few hundred lines of code. Same results. Fraction of the cost. That gap matters. But here's where it gets wild. LangChain isn't just for text. You can plug in tools that generate images, run SQL queries, scrape websites, execute Python code, or even trigger Zapier automations. Your AI workflow can interact with the real world, not just generate text about it. That's the leap from a chatbot to an actual AI-powered application. LangChain's tool system is modular, meaning you can build custom tools for whatever your use case demands. Say you're building an AI assistant for a law firm. You could build a tool that searches their internal case database, another that pulls from court record APIs, and another that formats output into legal templates. The model decides which to use based on the question asked. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about LangChain Expression Language, or LCL, because it changed how people build with LangChain significantly. LCL lets you compose chains using a clean pipe-based syntax. You literally connect components with vertical bar symbols like Unix pipes. It's readable, it's fast, and it supports streaming out of the box. Streaming matters more than people realize. If your AI application takes 15 seconds to respond, and the user sees a blank screen the entire time, they'll bounce. LCL lets you stream tokens as they're generated, so the response appears word by word in real time. That one change can make your app feel 10 times more responsive without changing the underlying logic at all. Now let's talk about something called LangSmith, because debugging AI workflows without observability tools is genuinely painful. LangSmith is LangChain's tracing and monitoring platform. It lets you see exactly what prompt went into each step, what came out, how long each call took, and where things went wrong. For production apps, this is non-negotiable. Here's a scenario that happens constantly to developers building multi-step AI systems. The output looks wrong, but you have no idea which step broke it. Was it the retrieval? The prompt? The tool call? Without tracing, you're guessing in the dark. LangSmith surfaces the entire execution tree, so you can pinpoint the exact failure in minutes instead of hours. But here's where it gets wild. LangChain now has an agent framework called LangGraph that takes things even further. Instead of linear chains, LangGraph lets you build AI workflows as actual graphs, with nodes, edges, and conditional routing. You can have loops, branches, parallel execution, and human-in-the-loop checkpoints built right into the architecture. LangGraph is particularly powerful for anything that requires long-running tasks or back-and-forth interaction with a user. Think of a multi-day research assistant that can pause, wait for your input, then continue exactly where it left off. Or an AI code reviewer that runs tests, sees failures, fixes the code, and runs tests again in a loop until everything passes. One of the most underrated features of LangGraph is its built-in state management. Every node in the graph can read from and write to a shared state object, so you don't have to manually pass data between steps. The entire workflow has a shared memory that persists as the graph executes, which makes building complex multi-agent systems dramatically less painful. Multi-agent, by the way, is exactly what it sounds like: multiple AI agents working together on a shared task. One agent might handle research, another handles writing, another does fact-checking. LangGraph lets you define how these agents communicate when they hand off tasks to each other, and how to resolve conflicts when two agents produce contradictory outputs. Here's a concrete example of multi-agent orchestration in practice. OpenAI's own internal experiments showed that when they broke complex coding tasks into specialized subagents, one for planning, one for writing, one for debugging, the overall task success rate went up significantly compared to a single-agent approach. Specialization works for AI the same way it works for human teams. But here's a question worth sitting with. Does all this complexity actually make sense for every project? Honestly, no. LangChain has a learning curve, and if you're building something simple, you might not need the full framework at all. The sweet spot is when your use case genuinely requires multi-step reasoning, external tools, or persistent memory across interactions. The LangChain ecosystem has exploded in the last 2 years. Over 80,000 GitHub stars, hundreds of third-party integrations, and a community that ships new features constantly. But growth also brings baggage. Some developers complain that the abstractions can feel over-engineered, and the documentation hasn't always kept pace with how fast the library evolves. It's worth knowing going in. That said, the companies building real production applications with LangChain aren't small. Replit uses it. Notion-style AI features are built on similar patterns, and countless enterprise tools use LangChain under the hood to power document Q&A, customer support agents, and automated data pipelines. The framework is battle-tested at scale, even if the learning curve is real. Here's what nobody talks about when they teach LangChain. Prompt engineering becomes dramatically more important, not less, once you're chaining steps together. A slightly vague prompt in step 2 doesn't just give you a bad answer. It corrupts every downstream step that depends on that output. Garbage in, garbage in, garbage in, all the way to the end. So if you want to actually build with LangChain effectively, start small. Build a two-step chain. Add memory. Then add one tool. Then try an agent. Don't try to architect a 15-step multi-agent system before you understand how data flows through even the simplest chain. Most production failures in LangChain apps trace back to someone skipping the fundamentals. The 3 things you absolutely need to walk away knowing. 1. LangChain lets AI operate in sequential, tool-using, decision-making workflows instead of single-shot responses. 2. Agents plus RAG plus memory are the core trio that powers most serious LangChain applications. 3. LangGraph is where it's all heading, and learning it now puts you ahead of 90% of developers. If you've actually built something with LangChain, or tried to and hit a wall, drop it in the comments. What broke first, and how did you fix it? The first thing to understand about how LangChain orchestrates multi-step AI tasks is that the surface explanation is usually too simple. The real leverage is in the small, repeatable behavior underneath it, because that is what survives after motivation drops.